Shalom uvracha. Welcome to the 19th Annual YCT Rabbinical School Yemei Iyun on Bible and Jewish Thought. It's a pleasure to have everyone with us here on Zoom. When we started preparing for the Yemei Iyun last April and May, we weren't sure whether to have it on Zoom or to have it in person as everything was opening up and things were looking so bright. We thought maybe we should do it in person, but we weren't sure. We ultimately made the decision to do it on Zoom, and unfortunately, the reality in Israel as well as here has made it clear that this was the right decision, and it's wonderful to welcome everyone here virtually. We hope next year and in the future that we can all meet in person together to learn Torah and Jewish thought together with everyone and share the face-to-face contact. But I want to wish everyone a wonderful Yemei Iyun and wish everyone who's joining us a wonderful day. The Yemei Iyun are sponsored by Yeshivat Chovevei Torah Rabbinical School in its relationship to the community and its outreach and its attempt and its work in fostering Torah study throughout the community. We want to thank our partners who have joined us over the years, the Center for Modern Torah Leadership, the Drisha Institute for Jewish Education, the Institute for Jewish Ideas and Ideals, the 929 Tanakh program, the National Bible Contest, Torah in Motion, Yeshivat Ma'ale Gilboa, Yeshivat Maharat, the Or Torah Stone Institutes, Porat, and this year the Neshama Association of Jewish Chaplains. We want to thank all of our partners for supporting the work of the YCT Yemei Iyun and publicizing it throughout their constituents. We also want to thank our sponsors, Tamar and Eric Goldstein. The Yemei Iyun for the last decade has been sponsored in memory of Riva Kashitsky, Zichrona Livracha, who was an Eshet Chayil, a woman of great courage and character, a woman who contributed mightily to the Jewish community, both here in Canada and throughout the world, and especially in Israel. The learning that we do over the next 2 days is dedicated in her memory. Tehei Zichra Baruch. There are 3 tracks in the Yemei Iyun, as you well know, and everyone can see the Zoom links and connect to them. There are a number of facilitators and moderators who can help anyone if they have a trouble during the course of the day. And we want to encourage you, please, to take advantage of all the learning during the course of the morning as well as in the evening. This week's parasha tells us, Parshat Nitzavim, speaks about the covenant that we're entering into with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it's a covenant that is for everyone. Atem nitzavim hayom kulchem. Everyone, from the highest of the hierarchy to the lowest in the hierarchy, everyone is invited to participate in the covenant. Everyone is invited to learn Torah. Everyone is invited. Towards the end of the parasha, we speak about the fact that lo rechoka hi mikem. It is not far from you. It's lo bashamayim hi. Torah and Torah study is not only in the ivory tower, it's not only up in the heavens, it's down here for everyone. Everyone is welcome to participate. Everyone is welcome to join. Everyone is welcome to learn. That's part of the message of the Yemei Iyun. They're sponsored by Yeshivat Chovevei Torah. Annually, we try to bring together some of the greatest and most engaging scholars of Tanakh and teachers of Tanakh and Jewish thought, both from here and from Israel and throughout the world. And it's open to everyone. Lo b'shamayim hi. I want to wish everyone and encourage everyone to take advantage and learn and ask questions on the chat that hopefully will be answered. I want to encourage everyone to participate fully. And I want to wish everyone a k'tiva v'chatima tova as we come close to Rosh Hashanah. We begin this year a Shemitah cycle, the Shemitah year, and we're going to have some learning about Shemitah as well over the course of the 2 days. And I want to encourage everyone to please take advantage of that. And I want to thank all those who have participated in setting up this Yemei Iyun, in addition to our partners, Rabbi Yonah Berman, who has basically coordinated all the logistics, Eva Mandel in the office, and all those behind the scenes in the technical aspects as well, who've been involved and helped bring these Yemei Iyun to a greater number of people. Alu v'hatzlichu, enjoy the learning. Ki lo rechoka hi mikem, lo b'shamayim hi. It's here for everyone.
Boker Tov. Welcome to our 19th annual Yemei Iyun of Tanakh and Jewish Thought. I'm Rabbi Linzer, Rosh HaYeshiva and President of YCT Rabbinical School, and it is truly a thrill to welcome all of you from wherever you are zooming in from around the globe to these days of learning of Tanakh and of Jewish thought and of preparing ourselves for the Yamim Nora'im. I want to start by giving my deep thanks to Rabbi Nati Helfgot, a teacher at YCT going back to our very inception over 20 years ago, who in our second year said, we need to create these days to bring Torah and its richness and the voices and the depth and the scholarship to the broader Jewish community. And I want to thank Tamar and Eric Goldstein for their ongoing sponsorship of this program, making it financially possible for us to do this year after year and to bring Torah and enrich us all in memory of Rivka Kashitsky, Zichrona Livracha. YCT, as many of you know, has been around now for over 20 years and produces some of the best, most stellar, transformative rabbis of this generation, leading modern Orthodox communities and serving in broader Klal Yisrael. We now have over 150 rabbis serving in the field, in shuls, in the schools, in formal and informal education, college campus, chaplaincy, federations, hillels, all different areas of the Jewish community, changing communities, inspiring individuals. Many of them, I'm sure, you have had an opportunity to have as your rabbis, your children's teachers, and have been able to understand what it means to touch the Torah of YCT through them. Perhaps you're not aware that there are many other opportunities to connect to YCT and to its Torah, because we are not just a rabbinical school. We have really, starting this last year, defined ourselves, seen ourselves as a center, not just of training rabbis, but of religious leadership and of Torah that speaks and resonates and is authentic and inspires. Religious leadership is not limited to creating rabbis. We have been creating halachic authorities for the Jewish community. We had a kollel this last summer dedicated to the issues of disabilities. We are bringing our Torah and our religious vision and our chaplaincy, our interpersonal sense of what it means to be a rabbi to rabbis in Israel, transforming the Israeli rabbinate. And in terms of the Torah, this is an intensive 2 days, but you can connect to our Torah through our videocasts, our podcasts, community programming that is going on all the time on the web. Your community might be sponsoring one of our programs with our focus this year on Shemitah, together with disabilities, a concern particularly around climate issues and around the issues that are most urgent for us as Jews and as members of the larger world society. So we hope that you will enjoy these days of learning and that you will find opportunities to connect to YCT, to its Torah, to its rabbis, to its religious leaders, whenever and wherever you can. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And now let's all learn.